good, and we're rolling, so.
Okay.
Good morning,
We'll wait till
guests,
this minute.
staff, and students. It is an honor to have you here with us this morning for the dedication of our Southwest School Reading Box. We are very pleased to provide books for children outside of school as well as inside. This reading box will allow all children to have books more accessible to them to read and enjoy at any time. This whole initiative began when Mrs. Grigas spent some time in St. Paul, Minnesota. When she was there, she saw unique boxes perched in front of many homes. Inquisitively, Mrs. Grigas soon discovered that these were little free libraries. She decided she wanted to use this concept exclusively for children's books. Mrs. Grigas presented this initiative to me last summer and wanted to introduce this concept of a reading box to Southwest School. She felt that it was important that our whole school be behind this endeavor to promote reading and a sense of community. The concept was readily embraced by our staff and our PTO. Mrs. Sakos was the first to offer a piece of furniture that might somehow be fashioned into a reading box. We were not sure how it would work, but we were sure we wanted a reading box. Miss Gaudette was the first to donate a box of books. Soon after, boxes of books donated by families and our PTO and teachers soon lined our hallways. But it was not until Mrs. McDonald offered the building expertise of her husband, Mr. McDonald, did our reading box become a reality. Mrs. McDonald did some online research for the plans, and with skill and care, Mr. McDonald built what you see today. Once the exterior was painted by Miss Mobley, our art teacher, the reading box became a permanent part of our Southwest School campus. Mr. McDonald returned several times to Southwest School to be certain that sleet, rain, and snow would not ruin the books held inside. Students accepted the responsibility of making sure the books are stamped. We encourage readers to take a book and replace a book. However, when books have not been replaced, our student council replenishes the reading box with new titles. While Southwest School is the first to have a reading box and offer this reading incentive to our school, our students, and our neighborhood children, we certainly hope that we're not the last. I want to thank you so much for coming this morning and witnessing this wonderful day presenting our reading box. So, do we get to cut the ribbon?
Yay!
To many happy days of reading.